We see you. It already started.
Oh,
So, but make sure it thing again go up and make it.
you don't want to use the mic? Right, so you may gotta do it weird.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. How are you this morning? I'm a little hoarse, but otherwise, I'm fantastic. Now, I would like to welcome everyone, our principal, Mrs. Esther Wilkinson, the teachers, school assistants, Mrs. Curly Herbert, the auxiliary staff, parents, big up yourselves, come on. Woo! Yes. You came up for our children today. Donors, contributors, friends of the school, our viewing audience online, good morning, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to our book cart today, Act, Share, Shine. Now, what is the theme for our book cart today, children? Like, do we have any students here today? So what is the theme for our book cart today? Can't hear you. Tiny tales, big lessons. Now, the reason for our book cart today is to promote or to teach and reinforce the core values. Can anybody tell me some of the core values we would like our students and adults to portray throughout life? I'll give you one. Honesty. What else? Kindness. Thank you, Thiago. Patience. Thank you, Jemaya. Yes, please, Janina. Like, yeah, that's it. Kindness. Yes, yes, we're kind. Pardon me? Helpfulness and gratitude. Okay? Now, we have a special guest here today, and his name is Mr. Stokely Murray. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Mr. Murray. Mr. Murray is a successful veteran broadcaster for over 30 years. He is currently working at the Beat 104 FM Starcom Network in Barbados. Do any of you know what is the Beat 104.1 FM? All right, let's try to associate FM. Let's go. FM. Where would you hear FM? AM. Where would you hear these things? Yes, please, Genova. On the yes, ma'am. Give Genova a clap, please. On our radio station. So therefore, Mr. Stokely Murray would be a what? A radio announcer. Very good. started the afternoon prime time slot from 3 p.m. until 8 p.m. With an avid passion for reading, Stokely is now venturing into the world of publishing, which has led to him being the author of two books from the Charlie Hard Ears series. Charlie Hard Ears Star Dawn and Charlie and the Tiger, fueling his passion to encourage reading and writing for all children here in Barbados and around the world. Now, I would like you to please welcome Mr. Stokely Murray.
Good morning. Can you hear me good? All right. Good morning. My name is Stokely Murray, as you heard. I'm part of this talk around for Grammy Initiative. As you heard, I've written two stories, but I usually like to start with a little warm-up story before I get to my stories. And I heard his character today. I have come as a character. So you didn't get the character have come as? You can't guess the character have come as? I can tell you now. You want to see the character have come as? You sure? You think it's a normal shirt, right? You can't think I'm a plumber? Y'all like football?
Yes, I think.
How much y'all like football?
Caesar.
Y'all like football real bad?
Because Caesar, that's Messi.
It's Messi shirt.
Caesar. I like
So hold on. Y'all like football? Y'all like Messi? Y'all don't like Lionel Messi? So, I love football. And I love Lionel Messi real bad. But I wrote a story about a boy named Charlie Harder who loves Lionel Messi more than anything, but he loves football real bad. You want to hear the story? Or you want to hear a chicken story? You want to hear the Messi story, chicken story? What? The Messi story? So I have to take off my shirt and get the character for this serious business this morning. Right? I love the football so much I don't want to put it down. So I am going into character now. In my Messi shirt. Woo! Let me hear you, yeah! Messi! I can work for you on. Messi! Ronaldo! All right. So there's a story called Charlie Harder's Superdome. Now Charlie Harder lives in this neighborhood called Dr. Avenue. And you know what Charlie loves to do? He loves to read.
So much.
He loves to do his homework. He loves to eat. And he loves to play football. And his favorite player is Messi in the World Cup coming up. So Charlie loves football. And one afternoon coming home from school, Charlie has a best friend named Paul. And Charlie's 13 years old, right? And Charlie and Paul have big plans and happy. Charlie said, listen, Paul, I want to play some football against you. Charlie said, well, hey. Paul said, hey, sure. I back in Ronaldo, though. So now you're going to pick another team. I'm playing with Ronaldo. I play English. You're going to back England. Paul said, fine, no problem. I'll play England because any team I play with will beat Messi. But Charlie has simple instructions to walk with. Charlie has simple instructions. Go home, do his homework. Don't give any trouble. Dog Saxon look at this game. And that's all you have to do. And Charlie decided, nah, I am going to play a football match. I'm going to play with my best friend Paul outside my house. But what happened that afternoon? The rain started to fall. And Charlie was running home and saw this old miserable man named Mr. Militant. Mr. Militant always in somebody's business. Whatever Charlie and Paul did, he always writes a report, right, and complain to the parents about what Charlie is always up to. So you can see Charlie Harder, Paul. Charlie has a big crush on this girl right here, Paul's sister. No, we'll call them bodies. What do you call them bodies? Francie and Miss Brian's father, right? So, I can read the story now, right? What happened? Charlie, get inside now and out of the rain before you get in any trouble. Charlie said, whatever. I don't want to hear anything from you, Mr. Milton. I have other plans. So I told you, Charlie had plans to play this football match. And nothing was going to stop it. Paul came home and said, Charlie, let's go football. Let me go. Let me start playing some football. Charlie was like, geez, already ring on fall. What we can do? Paul said, listen, don't worry. We can play the football match another time. And Charlie said, wait, hold on, wait. Was it another time? Let me play the football match now. Paul was saying, but how are we going to play a football match? And the rain is going to fall just now. Charlie said, listen, Paul, we play this World Cup final between Argentina and England, and I am representing Messi. No Ronaldo in this game. Paul said, fine. But where are we going to play the football match with the rain falling? Where do you think Charlie decided to play the football match? I think you will never get in the house. You think so? He said he wanted to play in the rain, but Charlie was told to go home, get out the rain, and do it for work. So you thought you play football in Sadie House? You think Charlie should play football in Sadie House? Charlie might play the football match in Sadie House. Charlie and Paul start moving all the furniture, shifting everything. Paul was like, hold on, wait. What are you doing? You are playing the football match in here? But if Auntie Francie come home now and catch her, she gonna ring my ears and strangle my throat. Would you all play a football match for your parents? You would do that? You play for one, see how? I want to know if it turned out like this. So Paul was like, Charlie, listen, I know you might be a little bit drunk. I don't know what you're drinking. But I don't want to get any trouble with Auntie Francie. And Charlie and Paul start moving all the furniture and said, now, meanwhile, guess who was coming home early for work? But you know, mothers got a little sense that I need to leave work a little bit early today. Something has to be a little bit off. So Francine decided that I leave work early. I'm going home and see what's going on. Something just won't feel right. So Francine made her way home and saw Mr. Miller. I can show you Mr. Miller. Oh, miserable, nosy, confusing, can't go business. All this looking to destroy the fun of Charlie and Paul. And Miss Francine come walking up the street. Because you know, if you don't speak to Mr. Millington, you ain't getting the sweetest mangoes in Dr. Avenue. Hello, Mr. Millington. Mr. Millington, I don't hear you. I started a point. And guess what Francine heard? Beer noise! I'm there back in the living room. I told Paul, my foot! Paul! Give me the ball, man. Francine's like, wait, hold on. What's going on? I said, well, Mr. Millington, you know, Mr. Millington, you need to dance for your book because it seems to a big football match and score is 1-1 between Argentina and England. And Francine said, hold on, but then she said, no, let me slow down a little bit. Let me see, because I want jumping speed. Meanwhile, football match is off, right? And now it is 1-1. I want somebody to play a goalkeeper. Who want me to you. So you're Paul, right? And Messi now. Messi now to give me the penalty because Paul fouled Messi. Ow! There's a foul. And Charlie said penalty for Argentina. And Paul was like, I ain't no foul. Paul. Says a foul. My game, my rules, and I take the penalty too. Charlie put the ball down. Get the goalkeeper. Come for a little bit more. And Charlie steps up. His pants always falling down. He's going to fix his pants. And Charlie getting ready to take the penalty. And as he was about to take the penalty, guess what happened? Francine stood up at the door. I said, well, look at what's going on here. But Charlie was so consumed by the game, he didn't realize to run past me. Run fast. Charlie was like, wait, hold on. I stood around his mother, standing up right there at the door. When Francine gets angry, she bites through her and starts taking her cheeks. Charlie was like, what's going on? Francine's like, wait, what's going on? You want me to show you how bad it is straight out? Wow. It is straight. This is football in the room, in the bedroom, in the kitchen. This is for the chandelier, not talk to you again. The ball is very fresh. The boys need more. You know what happened? Oh, Francine cannot believe that these boys went and destroyed her whole house. And Charlie was like, sorry, mom, listen. Paul was getting on my nerves, and I want to play football. And the rain started to fall. And Francine said, hold on. The rain started to fall, and you want to play football. And you just going to play the football match in my house. Come here. Charlie pulled, got pulled by his mother, and come along. Paul was running. You remember he was running, right? Paul was so scared of running so hard he ran past the gap, right past his house. Charlie was saying he won't go around with Paul because he won't get to Trinidad before he get in more trouble. And uncle's up, Paul's brother. Paul's brother. Rennie? Sorry, Paul's sister is Rennie. No, Rennie, Charlie got big flesh. You know Charlie's got a lot of talk. I can do what he likes. I can speak the way he likes. I can play football when they like. But whenever he sees Rennie, he can't talk. He don't know what to do with himself. And all Rennie has to do is say, hello, Charlie. And Charlie goes, he can't talk, can't do anything, he's one fall, go off. So, the punishment was, here's what the punishment was. Football for how long? For 6 months. No football. 6 months, no football, no video games, right? More chores. And the biggest punishment of all, right, was that Charlie had to go and clean up Mr. Middleton's graveyard. Now they call it Mr. Middleton's graveyard. You know why? Because behind Mr. Middleton's house is a backyard. But the rumor is, right, is that in the graveyard, in the backyard, they got a lot of dead animals, dead pigs, dead cows, dead sheep. And they just think that they got children back there. So the children don't want to go in there, but, and you know the worst thing about the backyard? It got a real nasty smell. You know, like if you keep something in the fridge too long, it smells so real thick and try to turn a different color. Yeah. So that was the worst part of Charlie. He said, listen, Mom, whatever. And you can ban me for 1 year, but I don't want to go back there digging up for no dead bodies or dead animals or dead people. Do anything, ban me for another year. Charlie, Mom said, no. You're going to clean up Mr. Middleton's backyard. Do you think that was a good punishment? Fairy tales, big lesson. Do you think you should always obey your parents, your elders, and your teachers? I can show you all the backyard. And the backyard had fridges, furniture, sofas, everything. Real and Mr. Milton this time backyard watching film. Eyes red, always following it. See? I come in a row. But you were saying that after Charlie, right, got punishment from destroying the entire living room, playing football in Superdome, guess what happened? A circus came to Barbados. And you know what was the circus? The main attraction of the circus? Yes, the main attraction. No. So at a circus? Yeah. Nah. The biggest attraction was a tiger. The most ferocious tiger ever. This tiger will come off the entire classroom. The tiger's name was Leandre. Leandre Tiger. And Charlie wanted to meet Leandre Tiger. So how Charlie can be able to meet Leandre Tiger if he grounded? That makes sense, right? That makes sense. Because Charlie was grounded for 6 months for the circus coming in 3 weeks. But Charlie said, listen, no matter what, whatever I do, I am going to meet Leandre Tiger. Charlie was so confident when he went outside to get the newspaper, and when he was laptop and started researching, he told his mother, Mom, guess what? We are going to cross and the circus. Mom was like, really? But you grounded for 3 months. I would like to see how you're going to work this out. That you are going to be front row seats to see Leandre Tiger. Charlie said, what? Paul ran home. He said this. Charlie, listen. You know Leandre Tiger. Charlie said, don't worry. I got a plan. I got a thought. Paul was like, hold on, but he grounded. How are we going to meet a tiger? Charlie said, don't worry. Charlie and Paul, they were supposed to go straight home. You know what? This snuck off to the circus when it was like not 2 miles away from their home. And Charlie said, I don't know, but I want to meet this tiger. This is circus on a field called Colomore Field. A huge field and a huge tent with it. Right? Charlie said, I'm going to sneak into the circus and ran into the ringleader. This circus is from Russia. The ringleader is called Natasha. You see Charlie sneaking in the circus? And she's behind him. He should be running home, not running the circus. Natasha, the ringleader, said, Charlie, hold on, you come back here. What are you doing here? He said, listen, I know we should get back. I want to meet you. He said, come. So Charlie ran ahead. And you know what Charlie did? You think Charlie was scared tiger? No. Guess what Charlie did? I thought. Charlie, what is the most ferocious tiger in the world? You know what Charlie did? Charlie stuck his hand inside the bars, and the tiger walked up and opened his jaws. And Charlie closed his eyes, thinking that, well, if I lose my limb, I go explain to the mommy why I get home. And you know what the tiger did? The tiger came and licked him. Right? Yeah, you get more trouble. If you take him in the yard there. You take him in the yard there. Charlie, I became real good friends afterwards. You know what Charlie used to do before the tiger went to sleep at night? Play football with you? Charlie used to read to this tiger. Charlie used to read bedtime stories. But this tiger used to eat 300 cows, 200 pigs, 400 chickens for dinner. So you know after you get a good meal, right? Tiger won't sleep. And Charlie would sit down every night for 3 weeks and read bedtime stories and sleep away. So guess who found out that Charlie was going to circus? Mr. Militant. Charlie coming home from school, Mr. Militant overheard Charlie and Paul having a conversation about the circus. Mr. said, wait, hold on. These boys supposed to be came in my backyard and they spent him in a foolish circus? I can deal with that. And Mr. Militant said that he could tell the parents what is going on. So Charlie was leaving to go to school early one morning, grabbed his mangoes and to go to apple juice, right? And ran outside and said, oh. Guess who was outside? Mr. Militant, Francine, his mother, Brian, Rennie, everybody stand up, so wait. Well, I want his explanation for this. Francine said, wait, so how you managed to be helping the circus? Charlie was saying, but who you know about the circus? And then Mr. Militant, like, I pointed to Francine and I said, Mr. Militant told me the whole story. You're grounded fresh again. But all you have to do was take care of this Charlie forward, right? Guess what happened now? You know, Charlie was accustomed that evening, or every evening, going to read bedtime stories. That evening, Charlie had turned up. And all this time while the tiger was there at the circus, he was in the cage doing this. Scraping the bars. What do you think he was scraping the bars? They escaped. So Francine let the circus owner know that Charlie had come in. The circus owner said, well, why did you tell me Andre the tiger that Charlie is trying to do that same story? You know what the tiger did? The tiger escaped. The biggest tiger in the history of mankind escaped. What do you think the tiger was looking to do? You think the tiger was looking to kill everybody in Barbados? No! What do you think the tiger wanted? Just wanted to find Charlie from that kind of story. But you know what? The circus in the planet, all the parents, all the circus officials, the police, Barbados Police Service, me and Mark, they said, listen, we're going to get this tiger. I don't know what we can do. Me and Mark, we want a big press conference at Sandals. I said, listen, Beijing, do not go outside. Keep the children yourselves inside to find this tiger. I got one play dominoes and got karaoke. I got you in the community. I stopped at home to listen to foolish place of a tiger in Barbados. Me money tell him, listen, stop inside your house. Please don't say 4. So Charlie next though, one of the early said, I can't believe I can't get Mr. Lee to the kids. Always be Mr. Lee. Oh, you think so? Charlie said, listen, I go to bed. He tried to escape the whole circus of Barbados looking for this segment. And he tried to sneak it around. And you know the tiger found Charlie Town. And what do you think when the tiger, white tiger did when he found Charlie Town? All he wants is a bad tech story. And the tiger found Charlie and gave him a big lick and a hug. So, you know we got a problem here. Charlie get the news on his phone, he's scrolling, Paul run over, listen, hold on, let me go back home, boy, here, boy, take this. And Charlie said, listen, we have to get you back home, Leandre, so come. So Paul went back home, grabbed his phone, hear all the neighbors, you, come from the window, what you doing? I take all day, you back? And guess who was spraying out, sitting on top of the table? There's Charlie. Hey, boy, sit there. What's going on? That's Charlie Hardy, what tiger? Yes, Charlie on top of tiger, breaking out. He ain't studying anything. But he ain't concerned, but his main concern was that he was supposed to get Leandre back to the circus safe and sound. So all the police officials, all the circus had their guns out ready to shoot, and then they had to lower the guns. So you know what the reward was for saving Barbados? I guess who had front row seats at the circus? Charlie Hardy, front row seats. Charlie was given all kinds of gifts. Charlie was given a plane. Imagine a 13-year-old boy getting a plane, sit in the factory. Charlie got planes, staycations, food for life, video games, everything he wanted. And you know what Charlie did? He got money on Barbados over Center. Yes, trips for all his friends and friends and family in the neighborhood. But you know what Charlie did? Charlie said, you know what, man? I don't need all these gifts. I want to share all the rewards for my heroic efforts. I want to share them with the children of Barbados. People donated money and everything. And Charlie said, no, I don't need all of that. I want to be able to share with the children. So Charlie offered his gifts, half for the children of Barbados, and half for his friends and family in his neighborhood. And Charlie saved the day. So that was Charlie, Superdome, and Charlie Tiger. Those are my stories. Any questions or anything? You sure? Next story? Charlie's a good boy? You think Charlie's a good boy? He shared it everyone. He just loved football real bad. He destroyed the whole house with football, but still saved the treasure from chewing up Barbados and swallowing Barbados. A little beautiful Asian boy, 13 years old. With a big heart. But he has a little heart there. Who do you think the story is written after? Huh? Who do you think? I wrote the story, but who do you think I wrote the story about? So you got Messi, and you got Charlie. I used to get real trouble, you know. You know the story I told you all about Charlie and the Superdome? It's probably a real story. I'll tell you a story. See this scar I have on my head? I run home from school. My mother is saying, you know, mother is saying, listen, when your parents say do not do something, don't do it here. Trust me, something always happens that the child learn a lesson. If not there, something. The rain was coming on just like this. And my house had a big tree like this. I didn't want to play football. I had nobody to play football with. I heard my mother inside the kitchen. Sonny Murray, get inside the house now. No football for you. Whatever. So I didn't have any football boots. I had to play with old battle slippers. The slippers. I didn't play football. My mother come and say, but this boy like he real hard is the truth. Come inside now. And I ran inside the house. And I fell still face into a cabinet and broke everything in the cabinet. My mother picked me up. My mother had a car, you know. My mother ran past the car and rushed me down to the clinic at the bottom of the silver that happened to me. She could have driven me, but she was so scared. Blood all over her for this little cut. And I got 7 or 8 stitches. And you know what happened after I got the stitches? I know bleeding. I mean, she was more concerned about the family. So I'm making me so much next up this day. You know, I never played football ever against this battle. So I said I want to take on the story of a tiger is just something I created in my mind. But the tiger is supposed to represent fears. They say how Charlie was brave. That even though he's a little harder, it's about confronting your fears to be the best version of yourself. Right? Take on all challenges. Because I would never have thought that I'd be doing radio or writing stories. And I had, you know how long it took me to write those stories? It took me 12 years. 12 years. I didn't write them right away. I wrote, came back. Took 2 years off saying, well, I didn't even know what going on here. Came back. And I was able to write stories to come and read to children, adults, just like you. It feels very rewarding. I hardly something good. But I want to go on camera. Every time I feel like getting harder, I start to start. Oh boy. Let me pull it back. So that's why I give a little background and why how these stories came to life. And I have one more story I'm writing. Charlie takes on a bully at school. A big bully at school that want to pick on my name. I also wrote a Christmas story. Somebody chose Charlie's Christmas ham. But every birthday, I love ham, very much. Every birthday, nobody buys me a birthday cake. They take a hand and put 1,000 candles on it because you're very old. So Charlie now, somebody stole Charlie's Christmas ham. I have another story that I've written about the history of Dr. asking you who Charlie's daddy is, where Charlie comes from. So you see that being patient and persistent, and it tells big lessons. I just don't want to write stories for the sake of writing stories. I want to make sure that you learn something from it. Very, very important to me. All right, that's it.
Mr. Marie, I'm sure
Yes.
that everyone here has learned a lesson from your tiny tales.
Yes.
Have we all children? Have we all? I don't want to hear the adults saying, I want to hear children.
Yes,
What have you learned? I like that. In other words, let's be obedient as much as possible. Because like Charlie Hardiers, none of us are perfect. We will get trouble at some times. But always remember, when you are disobedient, you're more unlikely to get what from mommy? Get what? Get what? Yes? Lashes, yes, please. Some good old time, old fashioned lashes with I hear Renee. That's very good. Yes, I got lashes with a belt. See, this is how it goes. I hear Karen out there saying a kapuste, a haya. Oh my goodness, I didn't have it that much. No. A whooping. Rihanna said a whooping. Yes, please. Now, 2 questions before we go on. Who was this story really about? Who's the main character in this story? Charlie? Yes, please, Charlie Hardiers. And I want a special question I have for you. Who did Charlie have a crush on? What was her name? She had no name?
She have a name?
What's her name? Pardon? Renee, thank you. Mr. Marie, they
I can
were
ask a
listening.
question?
Of course, sir.
Who's the miserable old man in the neighborhood? Mr. who? Mr. Millington. Or you can be upset not talking about it. Go ahead.
Mr. Murray would like you to step forward once again. And Miss Phillips has a little token of appreciation from the Elliott Brothers, please.
So thank you very much.
Down here.
No problem. Thank you. I will come back and get the story. Thank you. Written tight.
Listeners, now we're going to take a short break. Parents and ambassadors, welcome. These gentlemen and lady at the side, children, parents, are our parish ambassadors. Can you please stand? What color shirts are you wearing, children? Green, yes, please. Do you care to introduce yourself quickly, please? State your name.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Giovanni David. We are the mayor and Finance Ambassador for 2026.
Good morning, students. My name is Dominic Brother, and I am here in Canada. So I am their mentor for the year of 2026 as well. With us today, we have one of our junior mentors. And we also have the chair for the Independence Committee, Mr. Greg Egar. Now, you probably are wondering why Vivian looks your age, and she is a part of the committee. Now, we are hosting a mentorship program for students or children ages 8 to 20. 8 to 25, ages 8 to 25, where most of the programs that the ambassadors will be doing this year, like public weekend,
Educate.
stage present, we will be hosting workshops for you that you can also get a feel of what the program is like. So if any of you, between ages of 8 and 8 to 11 here, you're interested in joining our mentorship program, we will leave the information with your teachers and your parents are informed, and we will be glad to have you with us. Thank you so much. Okay, I just want to let you know Mr. Murray is leaving us now, but Mr. Murray has some books that are available, and you can order his books on Amazon. Some are also available at the Junction bookstore. All right, Junction. But if you're interested in getting copies of his books, we can arrange that. Can be arranged through me, and of course, we're going to, as a school, we're going to invest in some of our teacher resources so that those stories can be read to you. Because it is one thing to hear Mr. Marie share it live, but it's another thing for you to read that story, that book yourself, and see the pictures close up. So we're gonna complete that by the end of this term.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to, you can also check Junction Bookstore, or you can reach out to Amazon, and in time he will probably have them more available in the bookstore. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you very much, Mr. Marie. We're happy that you spent the morning with us.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
You're welcome. Parish ambassadors, you're staying for the other section. All right, we're going to have a 20-minute break. Students will be able to, we're going to leave everything here. Once Mr. Marie leaves, the adults will
So stay seated, but you prepare to go to your class. Get water. Do what you do at break time. And we're coming back here to start at 10:15 with the second part of the program. All right.
Stand, everyone.
Yeah.
Eyes
Wait. No problem.
closed. Hands clasped, eyes are closed. Forward. Nursery. You're leaving your chairs. Nursery, stand. Go to bathroom. Students, you will be under the directive of your class teacher. So please listen for your class teacher's instructions. Green. Green. Put his back down.
Green, put back your foot. Put back your
Oh, we start.